Hatchett,
Here.
Irving.
Here.
Hebblethwaite.
Here.
Smith.
Present.
Alexander.
Here.
Burris.
Here.
Southard.
Present.
Grayson.
Here, we'll have the opening prayer by Erica and the pledge by John.
Let's pray. Father God, we thank you so much for the opportunity to serve our city tonight. We thank you for all of those gathered to commemorate some momentous events. We thank you for your wisdom and your guidance in the decisions that we make as we endeavor to do what's best for our city. We pray that you bring all of those serving in law enforcement and in the service and in all of our first responders, bring them home safely after every shift. It's in your name that we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to Thank you. We have no citizen comments, so we'll move on to council communications. And before we start that, what a crowd. So either something really bad's going on, but I know it's something really good. So I'm happy to see everybody here. And with that, we'll do council communications after all the presentations, if that's all right with everybody.
Who's going to take up the offering?
Yeah, we need some new fire trucks, some new cruisers, so we'll be passing around a plate. We'll start with the administration of oaths by the Honorable Judge Chaffin for promotion to Assistant Chief of Police for Trey Alexander.
Just right there, be fine. You ready? Repeat after me and raise your right hand, please. I, Latrey Alexander, having been duly appointed as the Assistant Chief of Police of the City of Chickasha, County of Grady, State of Oklahoma, do solemnly swear that I will defend, enforce, and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the State of Oklahoma, and the ordinances of the City of Chickasha. I will obey the lawful orders of my superior officers and the regulations of the City of Chickasha and the Police Department. That I will faithfully discharge my duties and responsibilities as a citizen of the United States. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. This I do solemnly swear. This 21st day of July, 2025. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Speech. No, I'm kidding.
He said, I just made it.
Can't get the badge on, I have to take it back.
a speech.
All right. We'll do the presentation retirement watch to Mr. Robert Brooks, Comptroller. Although I still protest this.
I do too.
What are we gonna do?
I still think the year's wrong. It's supposed to be like 2065.
Yeah.
Robert, how long have you held that position?
About 8 years.
About 8 years. Yes, sir. If it was been me, it'd been about 7 3/4 too long. What you do and how you kept everything straight. I know there wasn't a single question that we ever asked you that you didn't know the answer to. So, yeah, I don't know how that works in your brain, keeping all that straight. But thank you for your service, and you're going to be sorely missed.
Thank you, sir.
Keep your phone on, we're going to call the question.
Enjoy. Here you go. It's not falling off. Is that right?
That's accounting fuel.
Oh, you're fine.
Dodge getting there for it all.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and go around to the front, and I'm going to turn it over to you before we do it, okay?
Okay.
We'll let those who want to mosey out. Go ahead and mosey.
Well, the door's open helps. I think they should have to stay for the whole thing.
Those of you that want to stay, we have a really good presentation coming up.
That's right, we do. Might should have announced what we're doing next. Yeah. Yeah, we got all night. All night. Just make the air work, please. I'm gonna have a hot.
All right, we're going to move on. So we have some above and beyond presentations to the Mayor firefighters, but I'm going to let Mayor Dorchan, if you've got something you would like to bring, if you want to do the presentation.
Might wanna wait a second. The actions of Captain Mike Peak and firefighter Travis Triplett were brought to the attention of the mayor and me by one of their brothers within the CFD, Captain Ricky Burns. This is a brief quote from Captain Burns from the incident that occurred on May 26, 2025. I am reaching out to you in regard to two individuals from CFD who recently went above and beyond during a recent storms to save a man and his pet dog in a swift water rescue. The two individuals, Mike Peak and Travis Triplett, both demonstrated bravery and valor by risking their lives during the emergency to make the rescue. There were several factors that hindered individuals, such as the time of day, after midnight, I believe, and limited resources. However, these two individuals, by all accounts, acted heroically to make the rescue during the difficult conditions. Captain Burns further stated that both of these individuals are extremely humble and would never consider themselves heroes, but I believe their efforts warrant some type of recognition. I do know there were other individuals from CFD on scene that assisted Mike and Travis, but I'm not sure who they were. But as I understand it, only Mike and Travis were able to enter the water due to their experience and training levels. As Captain Burns stated, both Mike and Travis are humble. When Captain Peak was told that the city and the council wanted to recognize their actions, he reached out to me and wanted us to also acknowledge the other CFD members on the scene. The other members that night were driver Blair Smith, firefighter Tanner Krosky, and firefighter Cameron Masters. These 3 men were able to assist from dry ground to support Captain Peak and firefighter Triplett. Ladies and gentlemen, our first responders, both CFD and CPD, go on duty each shift not knowing if they will return home to their family. I know that most of them will tell you that it's what they signed up for, and they know and accept the risk. Captain Peak stated to me, "I don't need recognition. I was doing my job." Yes, sir. All of you were doing your job, and the mayor and I agree with Captain Burns that these actions deserve to be recognized. Let me paint you a picture of the incident. It was reported that a man and his dog were swept from the roadway and were trapped on top of a vehicle in a creek that had flooded with rapid current. With limited staff and equipment, the decision was made to reach them by swiftwater techs. An attempt was made with kayaks as there were no boat drivers on duty. When the kayaks did not work to carry the equipment, they ended up swimming to the victim. They made contact with the victim and placed a life jacket on him and moved him from the water to dry land. That night, Captain Peak and firefighter Triplett improvised, adapted, and overcame. When minutes count and can very well mean the difference between life and death, Captain Peak and firefighter Triplett made their plan, went to work, and successfully rescued the man and his dog. Now, this rescue may have not been by the textbook, but it was successful. It was a successful rescue. That is what is important here. The man and his dog were able to go home to their family because of the efforts of these men. The recent horrific flooding in Texas and New Mexico is an example of what our first responders can be called upon to handle at any given time. I hope that the city and council can work together to further equip our men and get more personnel trained to handle such emergencies. With the growth coming to our city that is going to bring more residents, as a council, we have an obligation to do all we can to provide the tools and training for these first responders to protect our citizens. The city is fortunate to have men of this caliber stepping up and protecting her citizens, even at the risk of their own life. Congratulations, men, and job well done.
But it's things like this that solidify the fact that most of us already know that our Chickasha is protected by just the best professionals, I believe, in each profession, whether it be the police department or the fire department. And things like this just solidify that knowledge that we already have. Some of this is gonna be piggybacking on what Virginia's already talked about. And I'm gonna read the Above and Beyond Award, how it reads. On the night of May 26, 2025, Chickasha Fire Department, the CFD, was requested to assist Grady County Fire with a water rescue involving a man trapped with his dog in rising floodwaters. CFD personnel responded swiftly to secure the scene, including 2 certified swiftwater rescue technicians, firefighter Travis Triplett and firefighter Mike Peak. On arrival, Triplett and Peak entered the floodwaters under hazardous conditions and successfully located and extracted both the stranded man and his dog. Their decisive actions, technical skill, and courage under pressure were instrumental in bringing both victims safe. These actions of all the responding CFD personnel were exemplary, but the bravery and professionalism displayed by firefighter Mike Peak and Travis Triplett stand out as truly life-saving. Their willingness to place themselves at risk to protect the lives of others represents the highest standards of public service. Because of their efforts, a life was likely saved that night, and a family was kept whole. And there's one for each of you. Not that it's worth anything, but I've signed both of them. But there's also a challenge one from the city. So, there you go. And thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do. We're doing good. We good? about to have a presentation on a wastewater plant, so I get while the getting's good. It's about to get boring.
Oh, my goodness. Does that mean we can all get this? I'm just kidding.
Will there be more communication?
Get all these people out of
Yes,
here.
some of them, yeah.
Jeremy?
Do you want to do that before we do the,
Oh, whatever you say.
we can do it before the presentation if you like.
Maybe have 2 items to speak about.
Sorry?
Two items?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. You have to yell louder. Cover your microphone and yell.
Oh.
Before we do the water treatment update, I am going to open it up to council communications real quick so we can knock that out. So, Charlie, you go.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. A couple. The first one brought to my attention by a downtown business person that doesn't live in Chickasha. They're involved in agriculture. They're also a professional person as well. And they just contacted me recently and had a concern, and this involves what they thought was a Chickasha police vehicle. And after he told me more about it, I go, it sounds like you're talking about a vehicle with subdued markings. And he goes, I think it is. And he had a lot of concerns about that and shared with me that his wife and 2 young family member drivers, that he would suggest to them, if you don't know who's behind you, even if there's lights on, don't stop, because of that kind of a limited markings on the vehicle. And I'm just bringing it to the council's attention. I noticed a lot of vehicles in our parking lot. I didn't see anything that would match that description of some kind of effort to not look like Chickasha police. Most of them are very easily identifiable, and I think importantly identifiable.
I think we do have one that's a dark gray with,
I
I
say,
think,
yeah.
dark gray with stickers on it.
Logan was driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's dark gray and it is hard to see the side of it.
And what is our use for that vehicle? Is it different use than the typical?
You'd have to ask.
Cruiser.
That'd be
Chief.
a chief of police question. I think I have an answer, but I don't want to, it's not my realm. Chief, do you have the dark gray vehicle that's got the subdued markings on it? Mr. Burris was just asking what it's used for and if there's any specific reason it's that way.
It's a Dodge Charger, excuse me. It's got what we call ghost graphics on it. That vehicle was purchased and outfitted, I'm gonna say, with ghost graphics roughly 5 years ago or more. So it's been in our fleet ever since. It is used for traffic. It is a normal patrol vehicle.
And there's nothing in the state statutes or anything that prevent our vehicles from being like that, correct?
No, sir. No, it's completely legal. It is equipped with all emergency vehicle operations equipment that it needs by state statute.
And I believe what Mr. Burris was alluding to, if a citizen was being pulled over by that vehicle and didn't feel confident that it was in fact a police officer, would they be wrong to like maybe go to the next gas station or well-lit area to pull over instead of just pulling over on the side of the road? Or how would they handle that, I believe is more what the question would be.
There's been several case studies like that, I'm probably using the wrong term in front of an attorney. There have been several cases like that. The recommendation is, okay, if you're in fear that maybe that's not the popo behind you, then yes, you go to the first major parking lot, something like that, that's well-lit, well-populated area, but certainly you have to stop. That's state statute, and that just makes it worse if you don't.
Charlie, you got anything else?
In this instance, I think they noticed it in daytime operations, probably westbound 62 within city limits. But a person would think, oh my gosh, yeah, if you were in doubt at a certain time of day, who is behind you?
The vehicle is-
Their next available stop would be somewhere in Verdon to say
vehicle
that you know, looking for a public place. And I could imagine that
To my knowledge, the vehicle is assigned to a single officer. It is parked at the PD. It is operated between the hours of 0600 and 1800.
And they can always call dispatch as well. They could call 911 and just make sure that it is a police officer behind them.
That's a good point. Yeah, 'cause dispatch has their location.
Yes.
And they know if there's, yeah.
And doesn't the Light Horse Police, don't they have ghost graphics on their cars?
They do have some ghost graphics, yes, sir.
is there an intention to using that type of graphics? Did that, when we ordered it, did it just turn out that way, or was it intentional?
I have no knowledge whatsoever of how that vehicle ended up with ghost graphics.
I may be misspeaking, but I believe it was Chief Rao's vehicle, is how it started out, maybe.
Sir, I just know that it's been in our fleet for
Yeah.
about 5 years, which would be roughly that same time frame.
Yeah.
But I can't give you any facts to that matter.
Would you say we're going to do that on the newer ones? Aren't we waiting delivery on some newer ones?
Yes, we are, but they will not have ghost graphics.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Chief.
Sure.
Mayor, I had a second one. I think it's a follow-up to something that was brought to our attention through communication in a previous meeting about perhaps exploring the opportunity to light up the intersection a little bit at 29th and former Highway 92, Norge Road area. And I was just wondering
I know that.
if there could be an update on that, like
Yeah, I
what
know
the
Jim-
process might be, or
Yeah, I know
where
Jim
we're
and
at.
I have talked about it, and he is, he indicated to me that it's not gonna be a problem, we just gotta figure out time to do it, but he can further elaborate on that.
Right.
Here we go.
Oh, well, or Omar can.
Yeah, well, I called PSO. PSO said they were gonna try to, or that they could put a lamp out there. They just had to figure out how to get the electricity by the building over to the corner. So they were working on that. It was in process. So they told me they would keep me updated. I haven't heard anything, but I will definitely check back with Mr. Charlie with PSO.
So it's actively being pursued?
Yes.
It's just we're waiting on the, okay.
Yeah, just waiting on an update from them.
I didn't hear, which building did you mention?
There's a little building out there.
I think the Water District,
Yeah,
probably.
Water
Okay,
District.
yeah, thank you.
They're trying to come off that power from there to come over, but they can't. They said they could only do it on that corner where that building's at. They cannot do it on the opposite corner, because I asked them if they could put one on each side, but there's no power lines or power poles on the other side, on the east side of the road.
That's probably a good spot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Probably need to look at a stop sign that's permanent at that location. About a month ago, I came through there and there was no stop sign whatsoever. Called it in. An hour or two later, they had one sitting in a 55-gallon drum with cement. Now it's a different one that's leaning kind of like this. I happen to use that intersection a lot. So as those improvements go, it would be good to have a
It'll be taken care of.
more permanent stop sign there. Because that's, if you come from the west or the east and don't stop on that highway, you're in trouble.
We'll get it taken care of.
Thank you, Clark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else? Yes, Lisa?
I just want to say thank you to Spencer and his crew, James and Thomas, and I'm not sure who all else, but I know there was an issue this weekend on Saturday, and they stepped up and helped out one of our citizens. So I was going to say thank you.
Awesome.
I had a call from one of the downtown merchants that wanted to bring up the fact he'd like to have Chickasha Avenue restriped for parking. And so I'm just bringing that up.
And I've had the same concern from a citizen also.
Let's put that fancy restriper to work. I know we got one. Anybody else got anything? All right, I'm looking forward to this water treatment plant update. Here we go.
We're excited.
All right, well, thank you, Mayor, Council. My name is Clay Herndon. I'm the principal with Friesen Nichols and the project manager for the water treatment plant project. I get the honor of presenting after all those great accolades. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep your attention here. Yes, this is an update from the last time I was up here talking with you folks. There's some new faces back in, I think it was February of earlier this year. So similar theme, but we have definitely progressed. I'm going to go over some other things that maybe some of y'all have already heard, but the new faces maybe haven't. So this started back in, September of '23, when we did a conceptual design. We looked at alternatives to whether we build a new plant, we rehabilitate the old plant, we did a water supply study to make sure that there's available water to feed the new plant, did all that, did some water quality sampling, ultimately led to preliminary design of the new plant, which is just on the other side of the railroad tracks, just to the west of the existing water plant. And since the last time we've talked, we've been definitely highly focused on progressing the final design to its current state, which is at 100% signed and sealed design, delivered to the city, delivered to ODEQ, and delivered to OWRB from a funding perspective. So where we are today is we're just waiting on ODEQ to issue a construction permit, or at least some review comments. And we'll respond to those comments, and we'll move into the bid phase and ultimately construction phase. I want to share with you some more updated renderings from the last time we've talked. So this will be a traditional, conventional water treatment plant, pretty similar to what y'all have today. A few minor tweaks with the different style of sedimentation basins here, which is, we're going with rectangular sedimentation basins. They help with the water quality and seasonal aspects of the process. So updated, newer technologies, updated design parameters. It's going to be a nice upscale plant that's going to meet your needs for decades to come. This is what the exterior of the facility will look like. You can see we've got the updated City of Chickasha logo there on the side of the building. What you see here in front of you, the lower, the one-story building, that's your administration area for the plant operators and other staff and facility that'll be at the plant. The two-story area, that's gonna be your filters, your gravity filters, where a lot of the, very similar to what your current plant looks like right now. That'll lead to a filter gallery, which I'll show you some piping there. All have stairs and connectivity between all these different structures and buildings. So this is the interior look of the control room. It's just white and generic in the renderings, but we'll be making sure we get good color selections as we go through the construction phase of the project. Place for the plant operators to look out over the filters and control the process very, very methodically. So this is the inside of the filters. No water. You can kind of see down into the different filter bays. There's four individual filter bays. Gives you a lot of redundancy and ability to backwash while also continuing to push water through the system and treat appropriately. This is that filter gallery piping. So on the downstream side of the filters, we have the ability to move water in and around the system, take other parts down for maintenance, while still being able to produce those peak demand water flows. A lot of good controls in this area: flow meters, valves, isolation valves. Different levels of piping so that your operators can deal with the water quality as it comes in and handle those seasonal variabilities. On the right side, as you see, your chemical feed building. It's not a glamorous building, it's just a rectangular structure. The building there in the middle is the pump station, so we have a partially buried clear well that's going to control or house all of your clean filtered water ready to go to the distribution system, and you have different pumps to send it to your different pressure zones, and then also your backwash pumps all on the same area of the clear well there. Give you a cut through of the chemical feed building. So on the back side there, you see your chemical feed storage tanks, bulk storage tanks. And then you have in here, you have other chemical feed systems and pumps and tanks, totes. A lot going on here. It's a lot bigger in footprint than your existing plant. Gives you a lot of flexibility and also the ability to properly maintain systems. this is kind of what it looks like from an overall standpoint. You have 3 lagoon cells to handle all the residuals that come out of the plant. And hopefully it'll look nice and green and mowed like that throughout the whole year. So again, next steps, we are at the regulatory step where we have contacted OWRB because they're the FAP loan administrator, and then we have the plans in DEQ's hands right after the 4th of July holiday. That process takes about 60 days or so. They're very busy. It's a big set of drawings, plans, and specifications. So we've already had a kickoff meeting with them and let them know it was coming. And we've had a lot of good coordination with them and expect that to happen pretty soon. Therefore, we can kind of get a feel where they are at the end of August, go out for bids in that August timeframe, come to you back with a recommendation for contractor award in October, move straight into construction before the end of the year. And we expect about a 2-year, 24-month construction duration. There will be some plant startup and things on the tail end, so that duration may go through the end of 27. So with that. Questions?
Do I have any questions?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Herndon, you mentioned that we're going with what we have similar to current plant, and I don't know if there's one word for that technology, but did we as a community have any options of other technologies, and did we at some point in the past come to that this is the best fit for us, whether it's the newest technology or not? I don't really know how many are out there.
Well, Clay may address it a lot better than me, but there are other technologies out there, and we talked about like reverse osmosis.
Okay.
It's a lot more expensive. It's a lot more, I guess, costly to operate. And you look at your limited amount of money and what fits best in this. And I think Friesen Nichols is without a doubt, one of the best companies in the state regarding water. And even though it may be a similar type of treatment, I think he addressed the new technology we're using with, if you look at the filters and the things we'll be able to do. Even though our present plant is rated for 6.5 million gallons, we're pressed to do 4.5 million gallons. And even though it's potable water, you're not getting the quality of water. We don't have the time to backwash and do things with the filters that we need to do presently. I think with their system that they have now, will certainly will give us that opportunity, and we'll be able to meet a 6.5 million gallon demand, should we have that.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, right? Like there are technologies out there. They are more costly on the capital side to purchase on the front end. They're more costly to maintain, and they don't get you that much better water quality for the water quality parameters that you are feeding through the system. The one other thing I guess I didn't highlight in the presentation is we are bringing back on the powder activated carbon part of the system. That's going to help with that definite seasonal variability of the water quality coming from Fort Cobb Reservoir. So that'll be an improvement to the water quality.
The manganese problem that we deal with.
It'll help with tasting.
It's a way west of town pre-treat.
It is a pre-treatment building west of town, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you both.
Yeah, that's very important because that can cause discoloration to clothes. It can cause a lot of problems, and it certainly is a problem that we do face, and I think they've tried to address that quite effectively.
So if I may, Mr. Mayor, the OWRB is the ultimate approval authority here for the work you're doing?
So they review it from a financial standpoint. They make sure that all the requirements of the FAP loan program are being met, and the loan is being administered properly.
Okay. DEQ, Corporation Commission?
ODEQ is the permitting authority.
Okay, okay. And 6.5 is the goal here?
I'd say 6. It's rated for 6.6, but that's because we have backwash capacity built into the system. So from a true treatment standpoint, we've rated it for 6.
Okay.
Expandable to 8.
Okay, that's key as well, if you grow as this community. Okay.
But they also, plan this if we need to for future, which is, like I say, we don't hit 4.5 that often, but expansion is very easy to expand this plant.
Yeah. You can, well, you won't be able to see it on my pointer because of the screen. Right, just to the bottom side, here, I'll point here. This area right here, you can add another sedimentation basin bay to get more expansion. So very, very easily to expand that system and get additional capacity. Same with the filter building, same with the clear well.
Super, thank you.
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clay.
Give this back to the young lady.
All right, we'll move on to number 4, consent docket. We are going to pull item E for discussion. So I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent docket minus item E.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
Abstain.
Southard,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 5, E from the above, approval for memorandum of understanding between the City of Chickasha and the Oklahoma Department of Transportation, ODOT, regarding the use of approximately 109 of city-owned property at Lake Chickasha for stream and wetland mitigation related to the US 81 Chickasha Bypass Project, ODOT JP number 24428, parentheses 04, and authorize the mayor to execute the agreement.
Mr. Mayor, I'd move that we would postpone this indefinitely. We've got some talking to do on a matter of this magnitude.
Do we have a second for that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? Charlie, what is?
Postpone it indefinitely, does that mean it can't come back?
I mean, it's-
Just mean we have to discuss it. and be
Postpone indefinitely, it can come back at any time.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear on that.
But usually, somebody that voted in the majority has to request it to come back.
Well, if I may, as we go down the road of kicking things down the road, what's the specific issue, Charlie, that you have with what we got here?
Lots of concerns here. The matter seems, in my view, to be an ODOT issue and not a Chickasha issue. And I would have first asked the question of if this room full of people and everybody in our community were to say, we don't want the reliever route, we don't want the bypass, do we even have it in our strength to stop it? I thought the position we were in, it's down the road, it's been promised, it's locked in, we just haven't had the phases of construction to finish it. So in that, and I don't know if anybody would want to address that, can we stop it? That'd be a yes or no.
I doubt very seriously. I think the ODOT is planning on bidding phase 1 of it, in fact, any day.
So if
And
we,
that's the dirt removal and dirting and adding dirt and moving dirt around. That's going to take, I think that first phase 1 is a 2-year plan just to do the dirt work. And I know they've got the easements. We've done the water and sewer relocations that we were required to do. And we signed a contract on this, as a matter of fact, back in 2019, I believe it was. We signed an agreement to do the relocation with ODOT.
so it sounds like sometime in the future, this is inevitable. And that being the case, you sit back and look at it, and it seems like ODOT needs this. Doesn't seem like Chickasha really wants this. And there's some perpetuity issues with the matters at hand at Lake Chickasha. And personally, I think I would be opposed to moving forward with it. I'm not fond of what's going to be happening at Lake Chickasha for perpetuity, eternity, or for simple guys like me, forever, which is something none of us have a working knowledge of what forever is like. Anyway, it had also been pointed out to me very wisely that at some point this body years ago had made agreement to not have the state of Oklahoma or ODOT maintain the current 81 once the reliever route is made. And it's been pointed out, it's like 26 or 27 lane miles that we assume to take care of. And at the very least, if the community was for this and wanted to do what they're having in this memorandum of understanding at Lake Chickasha, that we should revisit the subject of them coming back and going, okay, we can do this if you will take over the responsibilities within our community of the, what would be a business 81 instead of a reliever route 81. They would have responsibilities for both. And that's in a nutshell. I've got a lot of other questions.
My thoughts on this are, ODOT needs this. So we're in a position as a city to negotiate and say, okay, if you need this, what are you going to give us? And instead of just giving it to them saying, yeah, we'll let you maintain it. I mean, we're in a position to say, okay, if you're going to turn over 4th Street to the city, then redo 4th Street or give us some money or do something instead of just giving it away. And that's my position on it. We're in a position to negotiate.
If I may again, Mr. Mayor, this is part of an 8-year plan. This has been going for a long time. This is nothing new. And to suddenly say, okay, we don't want you to have a way to address the environmental pieces to the puzzle, we're simply creating an impediment. And it's not that ODOT wants this. They didn't request it to begin with. We did as a community to move the traffic off of 81 and 4th Street and all these trucks that stop out here and destroy these roadways. We just dealt with 4th and Colorado. That's because of the wear and tear on the roads. Absolutely. The prime example of where this has worked and worked well is in Duncan.
Yep.
Go down there and look. And then you'll see why we need a bypass around here. Plus it connects to the industrial park on the north side of town.
My question is, what did the city of Duncan give up?
You can go back and research it, but
Probably
the
nothing.
end state is that
And
here we are.
I understand the bypass at Duncan. I lived in Marlow. I understand that down there.
Yeah.
But my deal is, we have the Clean Water Act requiring ODOT to take these steps and replenish this land. We own the land. They need it. So what is ODOT going to give us for it? Other than just saying, yeah, we're going to maintain the property.
Okay, so
Guess I thought they
we're
were
now in a
giving us a
bartering
bypass.
mode.
I don't know.
Well, that's taxpayers giving us a bypass.
Well, I'm just saying, but they don't have to do a project here. They go anywhere in the state and do it.
They can, but like I'm saying, they need to do this, and we're already in the.
It's my understanding before they give it back to us, they're gonna redo 4th. I believe that was a conversation that Jim and I had with the ODOT representative, but I don't have anything in writing.
So it would seem like, if I may, what we need to have is ODOT to come here and represent so that we're working on a actual, this is what we're doing, as opposed to a swag. And, you know, need to hear those comments, Charlie, agree with that, certainly. However, we absolutely do not want to disturb the work on that 8-year plan and push this another 2, 4, 6 years down the road. That would be a disaster.
Maybe Rachel can weigh in here.
I'll also say Mr. Crosby and I worked closely with the ODOT representatives. They came to us with this. We actually changed the design a little bit because these improvements to Stinking Creek, which is gonna be that northeast fork of Chickasha Lake, that's gonna improve that stream into the lake, which I know is something we've talked about as our overall goal when we fix the dam and we fix the water coming into the lake. So I agree with Mr. Smith on some other ODOT things, but it does make us a really good partner to ODOT. But just on the surface level of this is going to improve our water quality and our water levels going into Lake Chickasha, which has kind of been a long-term goal. So they didn't just provide this to us. We did work, Mr. Crosby and I did work with them on design and some ideas.
Thank you.
Rachel, while you're up, if you may, Mr. Mayor, we're talking about 109 acres to be fenced. Is that an acre for acre swapped versus the impact of the reliever route?
I'm not 100% on that. I'm sorry, Mr. Gross. they did not mention that. I think it's probably more acreage based on the land that they've obtained. When you look on the deeded acres that ODOT's obtained, it's much more than that. All the way down if you use Land Glide or anything, because they've bought a whole bunch of land.
Any more discussion? All right, so this is a vote to, it's a motion and a second to postpone indefinitely this item. Roll call.
Irving,
No.
Hebblethwaite,
No.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
No.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
No.
Hatchett,
No.
Grayson.
No.
Motion failed.
I entertain a different motion for item E.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Was the area, if I may, Mr. Mayor, was the area of, that ODOT owns right now, was any of that area known to have historically been officially excluded for cattle grazing?
The area that ODOT owns? I guess I don't understand your question. Or are you talking about the area at the lake that we lease?
Nope.
No, the area
Nope.
that ODOT bought for the bypass? Those were from private property owners, so I'm not, I can't answer that.
And I'll mention, I think, you might say that maybe only an 8-year plan, but property owners around here know that an environmental study was made well before 8 years ago. So I look at this from ODOT as something of the Johnny-come-lately nature. I think they're just bringing it to us. So I think that adequately describes how a lot of people feel about it.
Thank you, Charlie. Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
No.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
No.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 6A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to pay request number 3 in the amount of $190,011.87. COC 2408, Shannon Springs Pool Rehabilitation to Sunbelt Pools, Inc.
So
I move
moved.
we approve pay request number 3 in the amount of $190,011.87.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris.
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve pay request number 4 in the amount of $2,386.88 to COC 2408, Shannon Springs Park Rehabilitation to Sunbelt Pools, Inc.
Make a motion that we approve pay request number 4 in the amount of $2,386.88, COC 2408, Shannon Springs Park Pool Rehabilitation to Sunbelt Pools, Inc.
Second.
Discussion. Are these just different, because I know the C is the same, are these just different line items in the contract, or are they change orders, or what are they, Spencer?
These are just pay apps, so they have broken up into different pay amounts over the course of the project. The third one was more of the bulk of the project. The last one's more like a retainer, so item 5. But yeah, so these are just how he breaks up his payment over the course of the project.
Just how they build it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Roll call?
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item C, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the final pay request number 5, the amount of $22,601.25, COC 2408, Shannon Springs Park Rehabilitation to Sunbelt Pools, Inc.
Make a motion that we approve the final pay request number 5 in the amount of $22,601.25, COC 2408, Shannon Springs Park Pool rehabilitation to Sunbelt Pools.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item D, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize the purchase of a 2025 Ford F-250 vehicle for the Parks Department in the amount not to exceed $51,356 from Vance Country Ford using state contract SW035.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I didn't pay much attention to this, Spencer, but is that going to be a pickup or is that going to be a cabin chassis?
Yes, that's an F-250 truck, out the door, so.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris.
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item seven, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We're adjourned. I'd like to call the Chickasha Municipal Authority to order. And roll call, please.
Hatchett,
Here.
Irving,
Here.
Hebblethwaite,
Here.
Smith,
Present.
Alexander,
Here.
Burris,
Here.
Southard,
Present.
Grayson.
Here. Item 2, consent docket.
Move we accept the consent docket as presented.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchett,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 4A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize the purchase of roadway maintenance equipment model B-6 PB asphalt packer unit using Sourcewell contract number 080521-PL or PBL with PB Loader Corporation out of Fresno, California, not to exceed the purchase amount of $210,000.
Make a motion that we authorize the purchase of a roadway maintenance equipment model B6 PB asphalt patcher. Careful how I say that. Unit using state contract with PB Loader Corporation out of Fresno, California, not to exceed the purchase amount of $210,000.
Second.
I would like to know how this thing works. Omar, do you have any insight into it yet?
Like you
Because
want
I'm, if it's what I think it is, I'm excited for it. 'cause
like
we
you want to drive
desperately-
it? That's what.
Well, I know.
That makes two of us. I'm excited too. So basically, it's insulated all the way around, and it's got a couple augers on the inside. It holds 6 yards of material of hot mixed asphalt. Makes a lot better patch. It's got a chute on the back. It's got propane tanks, air compressor. It's got an area to load a packer on it, a small blade packer to smooth out the patches and stuff. We approved purchase of the big roller, so we'll be able to do larger projects and be able to get Fourth and Missouri taken care of and things of that nature. Just it makes a lot better patch. But it's just a unit, but it's gonna go on the back of a trash truck that we just had sitting back there. So we took the trash compactor unit off of it, restored the truck's only got about 50,000 miles on it. So we're using equipment that we already have that we no longer use. So we just took that body off, we're putting this new unit on it, and we're gonna use it to make better road work patches.
You mentioned Fourth and Missouri.
Yes, sir.
How long before this is operational?
You just have to drive real slow and it'll be fine.
You gotta move over to
Yep,
the.
maneuver around.
Maneuver.
No, we're actually in the process of fixing that as well before we even get the machine, so. Yeah.
I'm assuming this is gonna increase efficiency and the number of.
Yes, absolutely.
repairs we
Right
can
now,
get
at the
to.
moment, what we're doing is it's a long process because we use cold patch. And so we're having to heat and scratch the area that we're doing, and then we just dump water on top of what's there, the material. And then heat that up some more to steam it up, and then we'll roll it in, and then we'll heat it up some more, scratch it again, and put more material on it, and then hit it again with the blade packer, with the roller to make a tighter patch.
Oh my gosh.
This here's already hot. It's ready to go. It's asphalt like the big companies use. And we'll be able just to lay it down, roll it in, and pack it, and be done with it.
So what time frame are we looking for? for delivery.
Well,
my gosh.
we have to ship the truck off to Fresno, California. So December, I think is whenever we're gonna be able to ship it out. And then I think they said 4 months after that, so
Oh, man.
hopefully.
I
In
know
the
John's
meantime,
excited,
we're using a road grader and a roller and a couple of dump trucks to make as many hot mix patches as we can.
I know John's excited, but like I've said before, stay away from 20th Street. No, I appreciate the insight, Omar, and I believe this is something that,
Yes.
myself included, the citizenry has been begging for, is
Yes.
being able to patch and repair our roads at a faster, expedited, and better quality, timeframe. So, again, appreciate the insight, Omar. Anybody else have any more discussion?
Thanks.
Roll call?
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchet,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 4B, discussion consideration of possible action to authorize the purchase of a 2026 Ram 2500 4x4 crew cab in the amount not to exceed $47,260 and a 2026 Ram 3500 4x4 crew cab for an amount not to exceed $59,180 using state contract SW0035 to be purchased from Joe Cooper Dodge for use in Public Works Department.
Move we authorize the purchase of a 2026 Ram 2500 4x4 crew cab for an amount not to exceed $47,260 and a 2026 Ram 3500 4x4 crew cab for an amount not to exceed $59,180 using state contract SW0035 to be purchased from Joe Cooper Dodge for use in the Public Works Department.
Second.
Discussion.
Same question, Omar, I had for Spencer. Are these pickups or cabin chassis or both?
They're pickups.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pickups.
Are they replacing current vehicles we have, or just?
One, yes, and then the other one would be for the assistant director to use. We are active in helping the crews, so it would be something to be used if we need to haul a trailer and we got our guys working. We don't pull a truck and the crew off of line and disrupt the work. We can go out and do it ourselves and be able to more efficiently.
So you have the ability to kind of self-hotshot.
Yes, yes, sir.
And is this, Jim, I'm assuming, I didn't ask that in the other one because I didn't want to know the answer, because I want that. But is this a budgeted item? Was it built into your guys' budget?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other?
Just, oh, by the way, the state contract process, it keeps the cost way down.
Yes, sir.
It really does. So we're saving money doing the right thing.
Roll call. Thank you, Omar.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris.
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Hatchet,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 5, motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
For adjourn. I'd like to call the Chickasha Municipal Airport Authority to order. Need a roll call, please.
Hatchet,
Here.
Irving,
Here.
Hebblethwaite,
Here.
Smith,
President.
Alexander,
Here.
Burris,
Here.
Southard,
Present.
Grayson.
Here. Item 2, consent docket.
Move we accept the consent docket as presented.
Second?
Discussion. Roll call.
Hatchet,
Yes.
Irving,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Burris,
Yes.
Southard,
Yes.
Grayson.
Yes. Item 4, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Adjourn. Thank you, everybody.
I lied. It's still 79 degrees.